It's an absolute pleasure to meet you again. You have had an amazing career, and the first thing I saw in this film that made my jaw hit the floor, making actors look younger, like they did to Robert Downey Jr., they've done to Michael Douglas, now you. What's the process on how they do that?
What they did with them is quite different than what we did.
Okay.
When we were doing this, we were assuming we were going to use a lot of the same techniques, and to some degree they did, but I was told that they didn't do much of it. I have a makeup man who's been with me for 28 years. We've done, or more years than that, we've done 28 movies together.
Sure.
Dennis Lydyard, ever since Tango and Cash. And he said to them, look, I know his face really good, really well, and I can young him down.
Sure.
Would that be helpful to you? And they said, oh yeah, anything you can do, that will be helpful to us, because then you're going to put the dots on the face, and they're going to take another actor and use a skin tone. They go through a whole process. But he's very clever, and he got a lot of tricks in his bag, and so he used them all.
Yeah.
And I had a great wig, which actually wasn't mine. It was on the other actor who they were going to maybe use for some melding.
Yeah.
And I said, that's what I want. And so James Gunn said, yeah, let's go there.
Perfect.
And then the wardrobe. And then when you put that all together and you look in the mirror, it gives you go, yeah, I'm there now. And all I got to do is I got to lighten my voice a little bit and pick up my pace a little bit and square myself off a little more and be a little jauntier and be younger.
Yeah.
And when it all goes together, it's very effective. I was just surprised at what he could do just with makeup.
Wow.
I mean, he and tricks. I mean, he's got a lot of them.
You mentioned, I was going to mention it later in the interview, but you brought it up. Was there ever a moment where you and Sylvester Stallone got to have a Tango and Cash reunion?
Well, we saw each other twice during the making of the movie at parties, and it's always great to see him. It's just always a blast to see Sly.
It's one of my favorites.
And then this one, we had a chance to sort of like talk about this movie, and we were both very impressed with James Gunn. He doesn't work with Chris Pratt, I do, but he had a great time with the actors on it, and he was very excited about it. And when I talked with James about Sly, James was bringing Sly up and saying, God, he really was working hard, and he was trying to get this as good as he could. And I said, well, yeah, that's what Sly does. You know, he works hard. So for us, I think one of the fun things was in the little billing thing in the beginning.
Sure.
We're kind of together. When I thought that was kind of a Tango and Cash
awesome
reboot thing. Awesome. It was kind of a lot of fun.
Bearded planets, talking raccoons, walking trees. Do you think there's anything that Marvel can't do?
Oh well, not in science. No, with science fiction, you can go anywhere and you can ask the big questions. I think that the challenge always is to find the things, and I think this is what Guardians of the Galaxy does as well as any of those outfits, is find the things that's relatable to us, that we can say, oh, that actually happened to me.
Sure.
And I think that's a big part of what this movie has to offer. And it comes out in the emotionality of the movie.
One of my favorite things, I think, with a lot of people think about this, is the music in the movie.
Yeah.
And I mean, I absolutely adore it. If you could choose one song for Volume 3, what would you choose?
I've been asked that a number of times now, so I'm going to keep going with it. I'm a ZZ Top fan, so Sharp Dressed Man to me would work very well with either Chris's character or Ego.
Sure.
I think that they both can kind of like seeing themselves as a Sharp Dressed Man.
The last time we got to speak, I asked you, I said, there's a question I like to ask everybody that tells a lot about a person. And I said, what's your go-to karaoke song? And you said you didn't do it.
I don't do it. Yeah.
But someone who's very close to you said that you might be telling a fib.
Could be.
Because I heard you do a mean Elvis Presley.
Oh well, I didn't. I mean, one time I had to do it professionally. I've never heard my performance described as a karaoke performance. But I guess it would apply. I mean, if you're gonna, if I'm gonna do, I wouldn't do it in front of an audience, but I would do it for something.
Sure.
I did that Elvis song for Kate's wedding when she married Chris Robinson. Yeah, and so Chris said, "You got to do this," and I said, "Only for your wedding."
It was for Deepwater, and he said, "What did he say?" He said he doesn't do it. He goes,
"He's done it."
Absolute pleasure as always, sir.
Okay,
thank you so much.